Hey guys, it's Emma and welcome back to another Your Health Matters video. Today we are going into the radiology department to speak with Trevor, one of our rad techs, about what x-rays are, CT scans, MRIs, ultrasounds, mammograms, and all that different stuff, and how it can find out what may be your issue and get you back into doing the things you enjoy, get back to being active, and get you back outside. Let's go. So with the school year coming up and just life in general, teens and young adults are pretty active when it comes to sports, getting outside, keeping their body in motion. And with that comes injury and oftentimes broken bones. I've experienced that the hard way myself. And so today we're in the radiology department with Trevor. Trevor, can you please tell us why someone might find themselves needing an x-ray?
Yeah, kind of like you said, anything broken bone-wise, you're going to probably end up in the ER. We're going to be doing x-ray. Torn ligaments, knees, shoulders, a lot of times athletic sports are going to get you hurt, and that's where we come in. We'll start with x-ray. If it's a broken bone or something, that's probably where you're going to end. If it's a torn ligament, something like that, like an ACL or an MCL or a shoulder, you're probably going to end up through x-ray and into an MRI. MRI is really the best imaging for a torn ACL or a torn ligament in general.
Okay, and then so what exactly is an x-ray? What does it do?
So an x-ray is just, it's a use of radiation. It hits an image receptor and we can differentiate between bone and soft tissue. They show up different colors, essentially. That's how an x-ray is done. Okay, and then you mentioned MRI. What's the difference between an x-ray and an MRI? How would that be better? So x-ray uses ionizing radiation. Your MRI is going to be using magnets. So it's magnets in radio waves. That's how MRI imaging is. The images are created. Okay. MRI has no harmful radiation. It's very good for soft tissues, very small areas. Common areas are going to be hips, knees, spines, shoulders, hands. I mean, lots and lots of different things. Okay, for sure. And then walking through, I've seen there's a bunch of different machines. What other kind of equipment do you guys have here? So we've got multiple. We've got a couple of different x-ray rooms, kind of do two different things with those. And then we have a CT, which is a CAT scan. CAT scan's very good for quick ER type situations. The radiation dose is a little bit higher with that, so that's why probably you're going to start with an x-ray first. X-ray will transition either to CT or MRI if they don't get the answers they need with an x-ray. X-ray is two-dimensional, whereas your CT, your MRI, that's all three-dimensional. So basic way to explain it is, for an x-ray, you're basically looking at a picture. For a CT or an MRI, we can do recons that make it look like, you take your pelvis and it looks like a pelvis. Oh, wow. Like you can take it down to just bone. Sure. It also images differently. An x-ray shoots through, like from your front to your back. Okay. This cuts you in slices. Whoa. So, and we can do a lot of different things with that, but that's kind of the gist of it. Sure, okay. And then as a young woman myself, what kind of services would you guys provide here for someone like me that could be? We also have services for like young OB, ultrasound, any type of female pelvic problems. A lot of those are going to end up in ultrasound. Okay. The main reason is with childbearing age, with radiation, you don't want to use that. You don't want to use radiation to see what's going on if you can do it with something like ultrasound that doesn't use any radiation. Oh, sure. Especially with childbearing years, because anything like any reproductive organs, like your eyes, very sensitive organs, are sensitive to radiation. So that's why we try to use other things besides X-ray and CT solely. Okay, well, my last question would have to be, a lot of teens and young adults probably wouldn't find themselves in the radiology department early on or much until this time. What suggestions, recommendations to kind of ease them into the process do you have now? It's X-ray and CT, MRI, all very easy. Minimally invasive for most procedures. You're not usually, you may have an IV, and that's about the extent of the invasive experience. X-rays are, you're going to be in and out of here in a couple of minutes. CT's probably the same. MRIs do take a little bit longer. They take sometimes anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what we're doing.
Okay.
Ultrasound's kind of the same, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what we're looking at.
Okay.
So,
well,
all right.
Thank you very much, Trevor,
You're welcome.
kind of bringing us into the radiology department today.
Right on.
For more information, visit sydneyrmc.com/yourhealthmatters or call us at 308-254-5825.